following material may contain sex, coarse language, and violence.
Okay.
A lot has happened.
A lot has happened.
How up to date with general Cold Rock's news are you over there?
I got a paper from a month ago.
So
Do you know that also big things like in the news, like almost all of Pterodino's upper management were killed?
It was interesting. They're all meeting to discuss getting rid of the head. He was a bit late to turn up, but everyone else got killed.
Twice now.
Twice. By this flying green thing?
Something like that. A lot of smoke and chaos in its wake.
Such a thing I have never seen. But most things here are impossible to me. You are concerned with my concern.
Thank you.
I don't think it was
Beans.
their destroyer creation, because she's red, not green.
Well, that's another thing. Destroy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
What's your plan? Are you trying to tame it?
We haven't done anything.
Tiger stalks the village.
So,
Wise man.
Well, here's the thing: we've kind
Kills
of.
the tiger.
I'm going to put in quote marks befriended Alice Cole at our Wednesday night gaming session.
she lives with one of the girls I work with,
Tiger
Okay.
away
and
to the cliffs.
it brought her to the video
Sea
games, and
takes care
she actually
of all it is fed.
acts like a regular person. Unfortunately, that cop that she may have mounted a cop into the ground, but
There's no evidence that she didn't leave any. He just disappeared.
Yeah, but the problem is not destroy her when she's keeping herself under control. It's that she can't keep herself under control.
Well, that's what happened. The cop was bossing her around and she snapped.
this is not Destroyer 1.0.
Yeah.
This is Destroyer 2.0 as far as we're aware. The first one was destroyed. This one here is a clone of the first one, with the memories of the first one, knowing...
She could have been replaced many times and we would not even know.
Well, that's what she tried to... Because you said that... Oh, God. One of the things she mentioned to us is that she remembers the other one doing things, but wishing she was the one to do them. That's the only reason why we gleaned a lot.
She was fine until... See, when the police showed up, they treat her like she's a property or object.
Well, as they put it, she is created by Pterodino.
Yeah.
She is a thing, not a...
Yeah, well, that's how they treat her. They don't treat her like a person, and then that was what made her snap. We treat her like a person, and she's fine. She's a little angry, but...
She hasn't destroyed a controller yet.
No, that's what I mean. She's just a little ill-tempered and stern, but...
Tiger stalks the grass. Waving in the wind, it moves, hiding sudden death.
Legend says there is the potential that she snaps and delivers a
Well,
lot of power to one person very suddenly.
Well,
this would be my biggest fear as well.
but we haven't seen her for a couple of weeks.
Well, she also hasn't... Aside from, unless you
She
include...
was at the convention today.
Yeah.
Unless you
Yeah.
include...
Looking for Ultra Girl.
That's what she was too.
Unless you include beating up a already vigilante mutant as a crime, she hasn't actually committed any crimes.
She helped...
Except vaporizing a cop, apparently.
To be
Yes.
fair, he started it.
Like,
You would not see.
I'm not condoning what she did, but that cop...
Look, who punches Superman in the dick?
No
Was
one?
that-
No one.
No.
Why? Because you're just going to break your hand.
Yeah.
And yet Lois Lane can walk around just fine. I don't even...
He can tell it. He slows it down.
No one can do that.
I mean, I think he.
I suppose he's not a human. That might be the only thing I'll give you there.
I think he literally called
Kryptonian tantrics.
her. I think literally called her a dog to her face. If I
Right.
remember, is that right?
I was treating her like a dog, and
And when they took Lyle
that was the problem. When they took Lyle,
and they disabled her with that shock device, she did not take it well.
she actually sat down in the bottom room and sort of went in on herself in the corner. Just
Thing is, they've got a
If
shock
only the Black
device.
Knight armor was here, he could just go up and just beat her up.
Yes, they've got
'Cause that's
a.
exactly how that would go, right?
Yep.
Thing is, they've got a shock device on a creature that can react far quicker than any shock device, than any button can be pushed.
I have no doubt that with enough time we could help her, but that would require no intervention from the people controlling her,
just
I don't think you can.
which is
count on
not realistic.
But she also seems, despite being like a person with their own, I guess, feelings and emotions and everything, there's a certain amount of programming in her. Like, you get the sense that her hatred of Ultra Girl is like, it's programmed into her and it's become part of her.
must be better than Ultra Girl,
Personality.
yeah.
Yeah.
And she is living with Candace. Thank you.
A good
He's
pairing.
got so much gamer poon, he just can't.
Yeah, I didn't realize he was failing to get the name.
Sleep deprived.
Yeah, fair.
I get it.
A good pairing considering her abilities.
Yeah, Candace is also a mutant.
We watched her get pulverized into the ground into paste.
Yeah. Yeah, that was...
I would say it affected my appetite, but there hasn't been much of that lately.
Doesn't sound like it's been a pleasant few months.
It has
but
been
we've
getting better.
Successful. I would
After
say.
We're,
It's hard to deal with what we've had to come across and see, but
we're not confronting the crap as much as we used to. We just bug out.
Yeah, well,
Even without the expert gardener, they have pruned the roads.
I mean, there's been a lot less collateral damage. I mean, we're still trying to repair our reputation. It doesn't help when
Oh,
we try and protect you from assassination attempts, but then the media labels us as the assassins, even though
You looked very guilty.
we're the ones stopping it.
We do what we can. The people not blinded by the media will see, but if you're there in the minority,
well, the thing is, if you were out to kill me, obviously the Minutemen would have killed you first, so... Oh yeah, I was being looked after by Minutemen.
she is a good shot.
Minutemen in general, or just one in particular?
Well, one and...
It's more like 6, one in particular.
Well, you saw the one that's looking after me at the convention.
And the one that followed you here. No. They got recalled for important emergency Vanguard business. It was a butts check.
Yeah, they actually have been around a lot recently.
Incidentally, I watched a video of Jake the Viking on his channel, and he was just wearing a shirt that said butts. And I thought of you. Because he looks just like you, and he was wearing a shirt that said butts.
I need that shirt now.
Probably available
With the leaks on it.
Teespring. So.
You're
Hook
willing
me
to
up,
pay,
man.
I'm willing to make it.
I'm willing to pay. I'm doing some work at the
I
moment.
mean, they were also involved in that interdimensional stuff.
Yes.
And you did that with Diana Destructor.
Yeah.
And Red Devil.
And Red Devil.
Well, that one's a freebie, though, aren't you, friends?
Yeah.
And I've been communicating with Diana for quite a while, actually.
Oh.
Yeah, there's been emails I've been getting. I thought I got more and more of them after talking to Kate. And I thought it was Dr. Destructo. I mean, it was weird, but
Right.
why would you say, why are you messaging me? It's just not the thing you say. And then now that I've met Diana, everything's more clear that, yeah, I've been talking to her for a while.
Yeah, I
Under
do.
the stone height, forbidden strangers' magic either emerges.
Do remember something like that from before, just before I left. Getting emails you didn't know who they were from.
Well, she was it. But she has helped. She helped with the bomb. I had to defuse on the day of my award ceremony.
Right.
She sent me a message saying, think quadrary.
You know, when yes and no can change over time.
And at the time it meant nothing to me until I got in front of the bomb and it wasn't in trinary anymore.
So you think she's on your side?
She hasn't done anything to hinder us, and I think we've helped her more than, because she was also about to
I mean, you have ruined her vacation several
I know.
times.
Well, no, he was in it. It's fine.
You know this is all
If
probably
you
her
fix that
dad
right.
playing you, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but don't we want him helping us at the moment?
we do, but so that's the thing. Like he's obviously, I don't know. Like, I don't want to say this because people cringe at this term. He's like grooming you.
Well,
There's
you-
the
That's such an awful term. It just makes me think of priests going, that's
That's why people cringe at the term.
Could you please help me pick up that box full of missiles, meaning the Catholic prayer books? I'd like to do it myself, Timmy, but my back is a disaster area. Oh, the pain! The pain of it all!
We do have to be careful there. A helpful snake today is still a snake tomorrow.
he does have Xander at his beck and call. Xander is the only one that can defeat Dr. Destructo, after all.
And that's the problem now.
But isn't Dr. Destructo also basically the main,
But
But we don't
the
want.
head of the anti-Imperium?
Her father as
No.
well is a doctor and has the same name.
But we don't want to fight them if we can help it. If
We don't want to fight the supervillains. They should just take over and rule the world.
He needs to help us.
He has
fight
big
that
robots.
alien.
Robots are cool. Sign me up. He can have my backspace.
You've broken it.
over. It's never over, Xander.
fucking change to the G spot, fuck.
I don't know if I can make a G.
You'll never find it anyway. It doesn't matter.
What the fuck is this? Well, we'll just do this anyway.
G. Oh god.
We've
I'm sorry, I thought you came here to have fun.
time is ticking
No one
down
comes to my games
quite
for fun.
quickly on this Imperium arrival too.
Yeah, it's almost like we keep skipping weeks. Incidentally, the time skip between your events and the start of the convention was only 10 days.
This wasn't actually.
We're in.
I thought it was 2 weeks. It wasn't. It was 4 days short of that.
Oh, in March?
Yeah, March 22nd, I think. 23rd, technically. 24th. Says you haven't-
Still
somewhere in there.
We have about 5 or 6 months left.
Yeah, we're down to like half a year basically.
That's going to be like 2 seasons, though, isn't it?
Oh, that's generous.
Well, we're 2 months. We're only 2 months away from finally catching up to being a full year.
Yeah.
God, and in that time
Yeah.
you've destroyed the world! And you killed a bunny. That hasn't happened yet, though. And then you used the bunny to make a little bag for your stones, so you could kill more bunnies with your sling.
I was going to say, it's
Bunny
Roxanne who has the
Forest.
bag of stones, not sober yet. But
You know, have to be real sad when Stump kills a bunny in D&D with a sling.
Well, it's not that bunny, though. So.
and now, more recently, we've got this Black Rose Syndicate coming in, who seem to have allied themselves with, like, at least 70% of the criminal population in the city.
Oleander.
Yeah, Oleander.
Although, failing to stand up to their word on that last job will have damaged their reputation with a lot of them.
Yeah, but they're an international syndicate. They'll just bring in more.
It will be harder for them
resources.
to be more quiet about the takeover the next time. Surely.
But who would have thought that he was still alive?
Yeah, I wonder what they could pull out next.
Well, that was the thing. We dealt with that, and then it's been
I
almost
don't
2
even
weeks.
think Thomas knows what you're talking
No,
about.
that's. I know. I'm talking
Guys
about.
talking amongst themselves and you feel like an outsider. Does it hurt? Does it hurt a bit?
That's fine. Well, I'm listening to them talk so I can
Does
infer
a,
enough.
does a single
Oh, you can infer this one.
It's been almost 2 weeks since that, and the crime is like almost non-existent during that time. It's like everybody's tucked their tail between their legs.
Clearly you didn't listen to what was happening on the way back when they were Thomas and Xander were in the car. Because crime is clearly happening all around them.
It is happening. The deaths are piling up from the FUD.
Oh yeah, you guys are going to have to deal with that or everyone's going to die.
Do you have any of the poison FUD?
He gave it to Dr. Wolfman.
That was actually a while ago. It's not likely the military kept the last shipment in the building still. I can check, but we would likely have to find some somewhere else.
How is it getting poisoned and where is it getting poisoned?
I mean, they don't even know.
We're not sure. I'm going to start tracing
No, but
it
what's
backwards
what's
from...
the difference between the poison FUD and the non-poison FUD?
One kills you a lot quicker. Like it's almost instant.
Like, is it a coating or is it in the FUD itself?
He doesn't.
I do not know. Maybe Wolfman gave me what information I do have. It's likely that he kept it simple for me. Maybe you could speak to him. He did say it was a really advanced poison.
He's got a new kind of translator that's way less invasive. But it's not going to be rolled out till next season.
I think I can still get the jab.
You can only have that once.
Yeah. Yeah.
Didn't know that
What
was
does
a one
that
time.
And you probably got that in the future.
What is
Different
it? You put a Prince Albert through you, or
No.
okay?
It's like, this is a big stretcher.
It's a suppository.
But that was what the other one was.
Yeah, but this one's shaped like a snowflake.
That's even more invasive.
No. The guys.
No,
No, not a snowflake.
no, an actual snowflake.
No.
We need to find a new doctor friend.
No. Well,
He's
there's
the
always
best.
racist robot
You
doctor.
go back to my doctor.
Oh, he's pretty good.
Oh, back again, eh? Hey, Savage, what is it this time? You found some polio in the blankets? Ha!
You sure about that?
Every interaction is like that.
and on top of it all,
Well, if it isn't Dances with Bullets.
And two bears high-fiving.
The best New Vegas mod.
You wish it was two bears high-fiving.
Yeah. Two dogs does.
Yeah.
and then on top of that, we thought that these Light Brigade might have been potential allies, but even they seem to be turning to crime now.
Are you sure it's them, or is it something similar to the smear campaign that's being run against him?
We actually saw them at the meeting. There was a big... It was the same as the Black Rose thing. They held a big meeting with all the gangs.
Not all the gang.
Well, most of the gangs. The Vidoans stayed out of it. And I don't think I saw the biddies in there. But,
Also, a lot of mutant criminals, like individuals as well.
a lot of big names. They had a big plan involving a supervillain, but we put a stop to that. But yeah, there was almost like there was like a gap around them before there was anyone else, and everyone seemed pretty afraid of them, or at least aware. Understandable if, from their perspective, they started out. From everyone's perspective, they started out as heroes.
Mm.
Although their actual criminal game seems pretty weak. Robbed banks here and there.
Especially with their,
Pushed in line once.
especially with their power set.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The way OP power set.
Yeah. I mean, you remember what they did in the tunnel that time?
Do you think they started with a lot of power, but like a battery it was drained? And now, afraid that they can no longer stand up to their previous glory, they have fallen to crime.
I don't know.
It's hard to say.
Again, it's one of the list of things. So, as I said to you, the base tunnel's being moved for the lunatic resort.
No,
That was not lunatic. What was it? It was the
no, that was not. You got the papers, I remember.
I think we were supposed to name the resort, but I couldn't come up with anything.
You guys
good.
never did. Lazy. So now it's called Amigos.
Amigo. Oh my God.
Don't talk to me about
Or
that
Nipsey
place.
3.
They don't do takeaway.
No, not yet.
Yeah. Turns out Smara already knew about the place.
Yeah, that's concerning.
He also had a Black Rose protocol, whatever that meant. They hide in security once we talk to him about it.
Well, it is an international syndicate. Why wouldn't you have it? I mean, Tyrodino would probably have a similar thing.
Just like a thing where people are kept further back from the building so you can't just walk past with a crowd in a Persuadatron.
I have to admit, I haven't got to talk to Anthony a lot lately.
It's almost like he's a super busy businessman.
He just knew about the location, the base location.
Well, the thing was, I was deliberately vague when I was starting to ask him, and he was the one who mentioned the White Sands base out there. So as soon as that happened, I was like, wow, there's no sense beating around the bush.
Yeah.
It did cost us something small and round and orange and glowing.
It probably didn't have to. It's probably a good place for it as well.
He's still doing that thing.
Yeah.
I need to talk to Smara anyway. I think I need you to set up a meeting with him. I don't think I can walk in the building.
Sure, have you got any preferences where you want to beat him? I'm guessing not on the
At the
spire.
Red Dirt Club.
Somewhere quiet. The what?
The Red Dirt Club. It's a bar. They have independent music acts playing there. It's good cover. Usually lots of loud noise, pretty punk, like real jazz, that sort of thing. A lot of dissonant noise. Very hard to listen to non-conversations there. Sideman knew about it, but he never used it.
Well, there's the Costa room.
More dignified and refined. Good luck getting in there with a fake beard and a patchwork cloak, though.
The Red Dirt Club, probably. You'll know where it is.
The Red Dirt Club? Okay.
Somewhere
They
low.
could just call it Red Dirt, but
How was the virus going?
Well, it's not... If I didn't know any better, I would say it's actively fighting against being cured.
Oh, but you do know better.
Doesn't seem that it should be capable of that.
So, is it mutant controlled? You can't rule it out.
It does seem to have. It seems to have been created deliberately. It doesn't seem to be sentient.
We are talking about a thing in our fictional universe, YouTube. We are not questioning the World Health Organization, which leads to immediate channel deletion. We are not talking about that, YouTube. We are talking about the thing in the game universe we are playing. Allegedly.
Also,
COVID was manufactured in a lab.
yeah, but like that. I don't,
Yep.
the team is small, and Harbinger paid us a visit recently, so things are on hold.
Have you had any overseas incidents involving him, if you know what I mean? He hasn't...
That's what he just said.
No.
That,
Well, he said he was there, but he didn't say that he...
Yeah, Harbinger just showed up and he was like, I need to borrow some sugar, Drake. My need for it is never over. Thank you.
You owe me though, never over.
I was worried that he had gone with you, as we had not seen him since the boat.
Better with me than here for a bit, I think. Considering how good he is at sabotaging anything we do.
Also, I am the only one who can take care of him, and you are all weak and pathetic.
Dude, crippled. Both of them.
My one powerful arm and my one Tyrannosaurus.
Just exaggerating, that's like...
Stump.
Yeah. Just may as well only have one arm.
Yeah, just cut it off.
Yeah.
Weight reduction.
Yeah, it makes you more aerodynamic.
There's less of you to hit.
Yeah.
You can just put armor inside that whole arm.
Yep. But it seems like it's a while off. The other members of the team aren't particularly helpful either.
Oh, neither are you, really.
Well, I'm sure Ravers pulling her way.
Wow, yeah.
That's weird.
Oh, there's also a haunted forest.
oh, you remember
Nice
the,
distraction of attention there.
the lizards in the forest too, remember?
Yeah. Well, there are 8-foot tall lizards that shoot plasma beams.
What? Also, that forest isn't literally haunted, right?
Well, actually, when you get further into the forest,
Yeah.
I found a lake that seemed to be occupied by like a Yuki Onna, I believe they call them.
Or what?
It's a form of spirit.
An interesting place. I wish I could visit.
It was also difficult to look away, in the sense that I spent 30 minutes trying to.
Oh,
Yep.
shame it is in China. I've been trying to experience more of the spirits I am unfamiliar with, as there seem to be many different types.
Yes, well, I was hoping Bevan may be able to give me some answers, but
Yeah.
no dice, it seems.
No.
I couldn't
She's
tell
gone.
you where to look.
Well, I'm pretty sure the lizards are probably radiation coming from a meteorite, because there's more giant mutated creatures than just that.
Oh, like some of the things that we find down in the more irradiated places in the desert and around cold rocks.
Yeah.
Has that
The
been
red
getting
scorpions and the polite Americans.
Is it just me,
White
or
Americans?
No, they're radiated things. They don't exist.
is it just me, or is that
Wait
been
a minute,
getting
this
worse
is just a
lately?
Canadian.
No, he doesn't pop
No,
off.
I'm not, eh?
Have you seen that thing where like Americans that travel overseas will put like stitch Canadian flags onto their bags and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, less people fuck with them.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
popular to hate America for some reason.
Yeah.
Carrying on.
Yeah, so that's something I'm working on. There's also the Red Banner in China, but
Oh, and Turadino.
well, they're everywhere.
The Red Banner are particularly active in China at the moment.
They're recruiting.
Recruiting.
They're engaging in a diplomacy effort to add China into an ally state. But you don't know that because you've engaged with none of it.
I don't know.
But you've got years to do that, so it's
I don't know they recruited non-Aryans.
Well, I don't think they use them for what the recruits think they're going to be used for.
We used them to make that virus.
The thing is, China very intentionally is staying where it is in terms of technology. So people who aren't okay with that, malcontents, are pushed away, and the Red Banner takes them.
Makes sense.
Yes, Zeppelin is made by the Nazis. The Nazis.
I wish there was more we could do for the incoming invasion, but
We're garbage.
it's, I mean, outside of Xander's computer skills, I'm not sure.
Trice did say we'd need all of us to be there for it.
I thought we all had a part to play, basically.
Yeah.
Then we are
Did he
all on
mention
board.
names specifically?
Yes. Off the top of my head, I can't tell you.
Oh, did you write it down? Did you remember it at the time? or something?
I remembered it, but it's finding where I wrote the names, and I know I did. So we talk about something else while I look for them.
Oh, so yeah, you're still a whore?
Horway?
Wait, who's that?
There's
someone else.
No one says that. I was just expecting Black Knight to be like, so you're still a whore?
I don't know for a moment there, River just suddenly just appeared in the room beside us or something.
She wouldn't know where to go.
She could find us if she really wanted.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, it's River.
I have this clone. This is it.
So you guys didn't want to say anything else? That's it, we're done?
Well, I think we're like waiting for this conversation tangent to finish once Sander finishes remembering.